Good afternoon folks, 21st Century Caveman here. Hope everybody's safe, hope everybody's well. So it's that time of the year again where I'm out in the garden trying to trim back the conifers, and this isn't something which I really look forward to be honest with you. Now as you can see, I've already made a start on this using the McAllister telescopic pruning tool, but I have come up against some quite thick stems which are too large for the hedge trimmer to cut. So therefore I've decided to employ some physics and to improvise. So basically I'm looking for something which is going to be strong enough to cut the thicker stems, but something which will also give me greater reach. And rather than just going out and spending more cash, I've decided to modify an existing tool to hopefully sort this problem out. Now you will need some gaffer tape and a pair of extending loppers. And the ones in the picture are those which I purchased from Screwfix about 3 years ago. In fact, I say I purchased them from Screwfix. They actually cost about 10 quid. They sent me some vouchers, so I actually got them for free. So what you need to do then is to extend the handles on the loppers, twist them and lock them off so they won't move, and then you need to tape up the locking mechanism. You will then need to get a couple of bits of timber or a couple of tubes and secure them to the existing handles on the loppers by securing them in several places. So this will give you an extended reach on your loppers, and hopefully, because the reach is longer, it will give you more force in order to deal with the thicker limbs. Right, so the moment of truth then. Let's see if all of this R&D will pay off.
Hey.
So first thoughts then, they are quite unwieldy to use, but you do get used to it, but I can deal with that if it's going to save me some cash. There were a couple of main problems. One of the problems was the fact that because the heads of the loppers are quite small, and because you're trying to cut something so far away, it can be quite difficult to try and guide the head of the loppers to where it needs to be in order that you can actually cut the stems. And the other thing is, of course, the fact that if you're the thicker the stem you're trying to cut, the wider you need to open the handles. So basically, if you're a small person, this is going to be more problematic unless you've got arms like an orangutan and you walk around dragging your knuckles on the floor, because it's just a matter of basic physics. If you have a small opening and you want it to open larger, then you will need to open the handles wider. And I think it's fair to say that my old physics teacher, Ratman Harrison, would be proud of me if he could see what I'm doing here today. And I must apologise to those viewers who are watching this video and perhaps feeling a little bit queasy. It's not actually quite as dangerous as it looks. The reason the film is all over the show is because I've actually got my GoPro on one of these head straps, so every time I move my head, you know, the GoPro is actually moving around, so it does look quite dangerous, but it's actually quite safe and secure. I've steadied the ladder and everything's under control. So as you can see, I mean, look, this does work, doesn't it? We're definitely managing to cut down some of the more thicker stems, the ones which are more awkward to get to because they're further away, so they definitely do work. But you know, obviously, like anything, it has its limitations. Also, because they're quite long, as I say, they are unwieldy, and it does mean that if you use them for an extended period of time, it does become quite tiring. But the main thing is, once you can get rid of some of these thicker stems, some of these thicker branches, it just means you can go back with the pruning tool and tidy things up a little bit more.
It's good. Excellent, Jared. Do you want a cold drink? Yeah.